So here we are. So for once you launch your what is it called your Tableau application, right? So before you even go ahead um to what do you call it like upload your data, it comes with you see something like this. This is how you see it once you launch your data, your Tableau application. This is how it comes up, right? And you're actually going to see a lot of this connect pane, this parts. This is where you're expected to connect to different data sets or different format of data sets. You could actually connect to data through your Tableau server, and there are different types of them. You need to have like an account with Tableau to connect to this. You understand? Then you could connect to Excel files, yeah, and you connect to your CSV files through these text files. You get me? So this one's mostly CSV files you connect to through the text files. You connect to JSON file, Microsoft PDF. That's so cool. Connect to PDF as well. Partial files, different. These are like geographic files. A lot of different things that you could connect to. If you go to more, uh, see this other part where we have there are a lot of things you could actually do. Data set that you could connect to through what does it call it through Tableau. So on the Tableau has this um, um, saved data sets that it comes with, and you see them beneath here. You get me? So you see them here. These ones, those ones that they give you to practice with, and these are actually things that I've done before. You get me? Yeah, and this what does it call it? Um, some dashboards that Tableau created on its own. Like it comes with it. You understand? So these are dashboards. So on this data set, let's probably use one. Let's go with this sample superstore. So once you click on that sample superstore, it brings you to this page where you start doing your analysis and stuff. But the main thing, go to this your data, and this your data part. Here, click on this data source. This data source part. The first thing you first of all see here is actually this connection part, and then your sheets part, which is actually giving you each and every sheet that you have in your superstore dataset. So these are the sheets that we have in it. We have the orders sheets, we have the people sheets, we have the returns sheets, we have the people sheets. These are just take this only these two: people, return, and order sheets. You get me? So on you see somewhere here where if you probably want to do union of a data set, how to give you ideas on how to go about it. You get me? So if you click on that union part, say you want to do union of a data set, it should show you why is it not active? So they never catch me for this thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and do let me show you what I want to show you. And this other part, yeah, this is a place where you could do some logical connections or to create a logical table. Ideally, before in the old versions of Tableau, it doesn't come with a logical table. It's actually a new improvement to the latest versions of Tableau that they have, that they come with logical tables. I'll explain to you what logical table does and what our physical table does. They have two types of tables. They have physical table and they have logical table. Previously, the physical tables all had access to, and the physical table is embedded inside the logical table. So once you double click on the physical table, you see your logical table. This is what, remember when we were doing those assessments? This was all we had, right? Where you probably come and do your join your table or do union or whatever you want to do. You get my point? So now in this path, Tableau introduced the idea of logical table to actually on its own see um, um, what is called attributes that are alike from different sheets and do a join that's in a sense that is just more or less like a connection where each and every table is standing on its own, it's independent. However, they are still linked. When I mean they are still linked but independent, what I'm saying is if you look at join, let's say from this our physical table aspect, whenever we do a join of maybe people's and then our returns table sheets, we're creating a new sheet entirely. We're creating a new data set where all of them are going to be merged together, where all of them are together. But when in this physical table aspect, yes, they are connected, but it's not a single table that we have. Each and every one is standing on its own. You get my point? Excuse me. See, like for this one, if you click on this other table, you see this all these things you are seeing here is the other table. So if I click on people, everything I see here is just for people. Everything I see here is just people. It's standing on its own. If I click on returns, whatever that is here is just the items that we have in our returns. So you have one field, 800 rows. This one we have one field, just 4 rows for people. Then for order, we have 20 fields and 10,194 rows, and actually giving us the first 100 rows. But you could change the rule here. If you don't want first 100 rows, you could change it to give you more than that. Possibly maybe the first 1,000 rows. Anyhow you want to do it, you get my point. So but when just like I said for the other the physical table, once you do a join, you're having one. See, like let me do a join now between these other rows. There is this other table, other sheets, and um, our returns. See if I come here. See now, this is an inner join automatically by default. Once you do a join, it starts automatically. An inner join is what's by default Tableau does. You understand? So now in this sense, see what I'm talking about here. You see our returns here, and it will show you that this returns is actually coming from returns one. You get my point? Unlike the other one where each and every one of them they're standing on alone, but they are still interlinked. You get my point? Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. So that's that. So that's the new thing that Tableau brought. But irrespective, the fact that this is happening, and maybe you don't want there are probably some errors in this connection. You could go ahead and go to the physical part and do whatever connection you want to do, or whatever join you want to do. Maybe if you're not satisfied with the logical table kind of connectivity, you understand? So Tableau is actually reducing the work of people, data scientists or analysts that are using the application. They are using the workload of people by helping them to minimize all those things that the stress they will go through. You understand it during joins and stuff like that. You get my point? So that's just one thing about this logical table. So the next thing, let's say, okay, we are done. We've seen our see, like now we can actually see from this part. From this part here, see these other tables here is actually telling us the field name. The field name is given us here as what do you call it? As order ID, right? See, this is our physical table. So being under this logical table here. Beneath is, I told you we have our physical table in it. Record, right? I told you we have our physical table in it. So these are all the fields that we have. These are all the fields that we have in our data set. These are all the fields. I'm just giving us. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, so these are all the fields. Oh, I don't know. These are all the fields that we have in our order table. You understand? So let us go straight ahead to where you probably do your analysis and stuff like that. So once you click on this sheet, it will take you to where you do your analysis. And uh, one thing you need to note is that Tableau on its own looks at our data sets and categorize them into two, right? Yes, it categorizes our data set into two. One is a discrete, then another into continuous data set. So the discrete data sets are actually data sets or that's and they're mostly not numeric. They're not numeric data sets. You understand? Probably and they're probably names of location or just or IDs that you probably that is unique to an individual person. You have them as discrete data sets. So and it signifies anything that is discrete, given it's a blue color. So anything that you see in your Tableau data pane, see this is our data pane here. You see it's in a blue color format, right? It's actually a discrete data. It's actually something that actually describes or gives more detail to your continuous data. Do you get me? So there are mostly things that actually give more details to your increase the level of details to your continuous data set. You get me? So you can see on the you see like for location here, you see it's blue. Another location we have country slash what's it called, region. We have region as well. We have this is actually the same thing. No, they're separate. Sorry, this is country. This is region. These are states, province. Then this is city. So anywhere you see in Tableau that you see something like this is actually a hierarchy that we have. This symbol represents hierarchy. Yes, this symbol represents hierarchy. You get me? So 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 you see it holds discrete data holds date as well. You understand? Dates order or dates is actually discrete as well. Anything that has to do that's not numerical mostly in Tableau is categorized as a discrete data. You understand? So now for our continuous, you see they are always having this hash symbol and they are what in green. They have green colors. Yeah, you get me. So every other thing you see here, it's even our what does it call it? Our P orders is actually the counts that we have here. That's why it's green. I told you it's numerical. And what we're talking about, yes, and what we're talking about continuous data, and it has to do with things that are more or less infinite that we can count. That things you see like you can't see in a class or something like that. You can't say we have five and a half people. You get me, go? But at least when we're talking about heights now, something like measures like heights, we can have 7.5 inch what is it called 7.5 what is it called in again feet, six yeah, those kind of stuff. So those ones that are more or less like continuous data and stuff that have decimals or those things, you get me? So we have a lot of them here, and it's actually categorizing our latitude and our longitude as continuous data, because it's saying it as numbers, and it's saying it in, maybe you see those, you know how latitude is now, longitude, how they are represented now, points, blah blah blah, something, you see that, you get me? So that's just it. So, and if you check, we have measure values here. These are those things we don't have them in our data set, like as columns. We don't have them there. This is just tablet that just gave it, automatically formed this. You understand? So all these things now, they are measure names, and these ones here, they are measure values and stuff like that. You get my point? So with tablet you could do a lot of things. And if you check, we have our what is called it, our toolbar here. Yeah. So there are a lot of things you could do here. Of course, home, bro, front. You're going back, like going back to things you've done. And here you are, like, yeah, this is more or less like you're undoing. You get me? Then here you are redoing. Yeah. It's maybe if you do some animation, your analysis, your maybe what is it called it, in your dashboard or whatever, you could actually do that. This one you want to save. This one you want to connect to your data source. Do you get me? Yeah, you want to add a new data source or thereabouts. This one you're pausing some automation updates. You want to refresh your data, or run updates or thereabouts, still refreshing. This one you want to add a new sheet, yeah, a new worksheet, yeah, yeah. So this one you want to do a duplicate of the new worksheet that you've created. This one you're clearing your worksheet. This one you're clearing your worksheet. You understand? So this one here, you're trying to like do transpose, or don't worry, you see what this one is for. More or less like you're doing a transpose of your column and your row. So your y-axis and your axis. And yeah, transpose of the axis. Swapping it. Swapping them just like you said here. And then this one, if you want to check increase in or ascending order, or this one for ascending. You get me? This one is just a highlighter. This one you want to pin something or group them. You want to group things together, just like we did in what does it call it? In that other guy now. What's his name, self? Excel. Excel. Yeah, this one you want to, yeah, yeah. This one you want to bring out labels of items. This one you're pinning. You understand? Like a fixing axis, yeah. So there are different type of views. You probably want fixed width, standard, different things that you want to have your view, or you want to be saying it's the entire view or thereabout. So standard is actually preferable because default. Yeah. So this one you want to make some, you want to show or hide some cards. Then this one you want to be a presentation, present something, and this one you probably want to share. And this other aspect where you call show me, so show me parts, and actually a handy tool where any any column or any variable you put here, or you highlight by selecting, you could actually come to this your show aspect, and it will show you the possible charts or any visualization that suits those items. See, like I could come here now and click on order dates and maybe sales. You see, it's highlighting to me that I could actually do a highlight map, right? I could do a highlight map. See, highlight table is showing me that highlight table, or I could do a tree map, heat map, sorry. Then I could do a tree map. I could do line or trends graph. You get me? I could do scatter, circles, or whatever. You see, I can do area chart, do a box plot. I could do bubble graph, different types. See them bar chart, stacked ones, bar graph. You get me? See, can I go come back? I want to pray. So I'll just holler back. How can I stop this recording stuff? How can I even stop this rubbish? Let me see. Uh, Okay, okay. Maybe we can redo it some other time then. Just, oh, what do you think? So you go to see it again and record it then, but I'll still record then. I'll post it on my YouTube. So you go and add views for me. So we were talking about okay, I was talking about this the show me part here, where you could see once you just highlight it will give you like possible visualization you could achieve with those variables you want to um, um, do an analysis on or create a visualization on. It will give you different type of things you could use to view them. You understand? So you have the one in mind that you want. You could just select and carry on with it. You understand? So that's that. That's what this show me button always is very very handy. You understand? Yeah, I am. I am. I paused it earlier, so just continue playing now. So so there are a lot of quite a number of things that you could do is using what do you call it, Tableau. So and quite amazing stuff to be honest. And see, let's see first and first. Let's say we want to create um let's see a line graph here. I'm just name this one line graph. If you want to check trend of sales over time, you understand. So we do that, yes. What we could use, we need our dates, and the only dates, this thing, what is called a variable we have here is our order date. So the order date is actually the dates the order was made by customers, right? And we have order dates, two types of dates here. We have the order dates and the ship dates. So this is the day that the order was made, and this is the day that the shipment was made. You understand? So probably want to do that. And there's something I forgot to mention. See, this is our column, and this is our row. So how the columns, yeah, columns are mostly like this. Now they're always standing vertically, right? So and just like you see them here, they're always standing vertically, and our rows, of course, they are horizontal. So it depends on where anywhere you. It depends on where you put your variable. So anywhere you put your variable, you assume the same kind of attribute or property of that cell you put it. If it's in the row aspect, let's say let's just look at this now. Let's say I put my dates, pick my dates and put it in the column aspect. You see, they're all now in columns, right? You get my point. They're all now in columns. This one is a column. This one is a column. This one is a column. This is a column. This is a column. This is a column. Let me remove these cells. So you can remove something by just dragging and just dropping it by this side. Understand? Just drag and drop it by this side. Like see this here now. If I want to remove it, I'll just drag it and drop it by this side. Or I'll just go and click on this clear sheet. It will actually clear for me to remove everything as I want to clear the entire sheet. But if it's just a single particular column that attribute that I mistakenly had on either my column or my row as my row, I could just drag and just drop it out. So once you even hover over the what does it call it? Um, Once you hover over the column or the distance, what does it call it? It will actually tell you to drag a dimension. So all these are actually dimensions in essence. You get me? They're actually dimensions that you could just put in. You understand? So here I'll drag this my dates, other dates, drop it here, and if you see, it's now in form of columns. You get me? So you see this plus sign here. Plus sign is actually making me understand that there are additional things that I could do to increase the level of what does it call it? Level of details of these dates. You understand? So once I go click plus, it will give me in quarter formats, right? So it now splits each and every year, giving me in quarter. See 2019 in 4 quarters, 2020 in 4 quarters, 2021 goes to whether it depends on the number of data that we have. Number of data or the number of data that we have for years in the this data set. You understand? So if I still want to drill down still, I'll just click on this and it will go down to months. You understand? You get me? So this months and see where it did it. Year, right? This is the year, right? Then in quarter, it did quarter Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And you know that in these quarters, they're all three months, yeah? So from January to March is actually what? It's actually 3 months, right? So that's where we have our first quarter. That's how you see for each and every year. So if I drill down still, I'm getting them in day format. So now this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a single year. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter, you get me? For the whole year. For the whole, that's how it's going to appear. But I don't need all this. I don't need all this. I don't need all this. So another thing I would like to make you understand about this year attributes. We have this our date attribute rather. Date entirely now. I'm not talking about year or whatever. So there are actually two types of dates that we have in that Tableau presents to us. There's one they call um, dates value and dates part. You get me? So if you want to see this, all you need to do is just click on this drop down. So we have our dates part here, and dates part as in like PART. You get me? Dates part PART. Then our date value here as well. So for dates part, it only takes just one value or one I'll just say one value. You can actually see either your year or your quarter or your what do you call it or your month or your day, and you could go to more like give it weekly, weekday, week number, or you could probably even go customize it. But for your date value, you have your year as well, but you have your it's now in combination of two things. It has combo like two things together. See, like for your your quarter compared to your quarter in the dates part, you see that this one comes with the year still. You get me? For the month still, this one comes with only month, but this one comes with the month and it's telling you the year of which month you are talking about. You get me? So this is very very important. Where let's say you want to just focus on, let's say a particular year, maybe 2019, just 2019. You want to focus on just 2019, the entirety of 2019. You could use your date value to actually get that done. You get me? And or you want to check a particular day in so year. You probably can achieve it in so months and in so year. You can achieve it using a date value, a date part rather. You could actually achieve it using a date value. So those have it there's actually date part and there's date value when it comes to this thing. What does it call it? Um Tableau. Tableau or gives us these two formats of dates. You understand? Yeah. So sorry, I'm adjusting my chair. Okay, so that's that for our dates. This stuff that you see in the dates, and you could actually go ahead to customize the dates part, the dates value as well. So now, I was talking about once you put your any of your dimension here on the column aspect, it appears in column formats. Let's see now if we put it in the row, see what it now gives us. You're not seeing them in row formats. You see, right? See, this is a row, this is another row, this is another compared to this is appearing this way. You get me now? But this part is now appearing in row wise. You get the point? Yes. So now if you could carry your what does it call it? Your 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 measure value now or your continuous attributes. These are measure value now. Remember, these are measure values. These ones are measure names. And those names are So you could just pick it and just drop it here. You see, sorry, this is what I want to do. There are two things now, yeah. If I just pick it and put it here, it's going to show me each and every value for each and every month, for each and every year. You get me? But if I put it here, it means I'm probably I want to do what does it call it? I want to do I want to create a chart of it. You get my point? Now creating a chart, the best thing to do is actually put your dimension or your discrete value in the column aspect. So at least your chart will make sense this way. So see now, if I put my sales here, at least you see what's happening. Well, do you know why we have these our labels all showing here? It's because we have these our labels is active. So once I click on it, it goes off. You get the point? So now you see how we now see our dates. You see how we now see our dates. But I would like to change this. I'd like to, let's say, drill down to see more. So if I drill down now, if I want to drill down now, see how it's now giving me for each and every year. I can see the sales trend for each and every year. I can see what's happening. You can see. But this is not important, to be honest, because the best thing to actually go about is take it to that date format. You get me? That date value format is actually the best way. Once you do this value format, you see it in this way. It now joined everything together. This is 20. You know, before 2020 was actually separate. You get me? It was actually separate and all those kind of stuff. Even if you want it in quarter now, once you do like this, click on this, you see it's now giving you quarter and year. It's joining it in quarter and year now, compared to the other one that it was splitting it, each and every one having different when it was in the date part format. I hope you're getting it. There's anything you're not getting, just can still take it. I can still elaborate on it. You understand? Just ask question at that point. So you see how this, so now if you just over it, you can probably see what's happening. Like you can see that in 2019 quarter one we have 75,000 pounds sales, yeah, right? So as we go, once you just hover, you see in 2019 still quarter two, in Q2 89,000, Q3 is growing like that. You get me? Then we had a dip from Q4 in 2019. We had a dip to 70,000 in Q1 of January. So this could possibly be, you see, this could possibly be more or less like a trend. That every beginning of every Q1 there's actually a dip in sales. Beginning of all Q1s for each and every year, there's actually a dip in sales. There'll be a reason behind that. This one at least will make them to go on. Now, if you say you want to just get only for one particular, let's say this one, I did it month wise now. So this is for each and every month since I drill down still. You get me? But let's say, okay, you want to just get it for just a particular year. There's actually a way you could go and filter. You understand? So what you just need to do, you need to just filter for just 2019. Just filter for only 2019. How can you do that? You can achieve that by actually taking your dates and drop it on this your filter box here. Just drop it. You can see when I just dropped it, it just popped up with this. So I can come, just click on here, then click next, then it will bring up all the years that we have there. I can just select the one I want. You get my point? Yes. I can select the one, or I can just select this and exclude them. You understand? You get my point? Once I exclude them, I can just click OK. You see, it just gave me this as just a point, just a point. That's what it gave me. 2019, and that is not what I'm after. So now, as I now split them now, yeah, I had to go in detail now. So once I went, I had to drill down because it was actually, it was just year now, just 2019. Of course, 2019 in the whole is going to be just a point, a single point. You get my point? As a whole, just 1 year. But once you go and drill down, just click on this. It will now break it down for you. See, I broke it down for me in quarter. But if I want to see it in monthly format, that's the whole month of 2019. Go drill down still. You see each and everything. So you see that in January we had sales compared to February. February there was a decline. In March the upshoot from what is it called, from £4,000 to £56,000. That's like £52,000 growth. So there was a lot of sales when it comes to March. Then we had a decline too in April. That's how it goes. Started declining. Then it was appreciating. So all these things we give you now. This is a particular year that we drilled for. You understand? You get the point. So you can still go ahead. So that's just how to just what do you call it? That's like how to filter. But there's another way you could filter still. You could come here, right click on the date and click on show filter. By this side you're going to see your filter. You see what I'm saying there? So 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 that's that. So I could just select a particular year now. I'm excluding rather. I'm excluding this, I'm excluding this, I'm excluding this. So it's just 2022 that you're saying now. Well, you know why it's saying that exclude now? From the onset I've already clicked that. I've assigned it that anyone I click on is going to exclude from this part that I did. You understand? Exactly. So that's just that. So now this is for the entirety of the whole what does it call it? The whole year. Whole years that we have in our data. So that's that. So if I want to hide this or take this out, all I just need to do is come here, just click on this drop down and go to hide card for taking it out. So this is our what? This is our line graph to show trends for each and every year. So that's that. So we could so there are different types of to what? Rename this line graph. Yeah, you could, like, you could come and rename this here. You could do whatever you want to do here. From here you could actually format, edit the title. See, like this now, I could actually take this to the middle by just highlighting this and just putting it here. Okay, you understand? So just double click wherever you want to do. You can actually rename it as well. Just come right Maureen, Maureen, right? Just apply. See, Maureen graph. Is that graph at all? No, graph. Oh my days, what's this? Okay, so this is the apply. You see it there. You can bold it. You can change the font. You can do many things on it. You get me? Just apply. You see. You get the point. But still, you know that this our line graph didn't change. But this is the name of the sheet. But this is the name of the graph that we have. Understand? Yeah. Yeah. So what can we do again? We can actually there's this stuff they call combined charts or double 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 line graph or double chart. Like, let's say, okay, we want to have our profits and our uh, dual axis chart. They call it dual axis chart. dual axis. Let's say we want to see our profits as well as our sales against our profit over time. You understand? Our sales against our profit over time. We want to see what's happening. You get the point? So we could come here, let's pick our date, right? Then um here's our profits. Let's carry sales. Let's put sales here. Let me make this one this year, right? Or let me just leave it at this. Let's just leave it at this. Then where's my profit? I'll carry my profits and come and drop it here. See what I did do? I'll drag it and drop it here. Once I drop it here, you see, I'm now having two things here. Two line graphs here, or two line charts here. See our measure names. It's giving me a profit is the one in blue, and what? And sales is the one orange. And look, the two of them, they are not having the same scale. You understand? And let me show you something about this scale thing. Yeah, you could actually format. You could actually format your, what does it call it? Your scale to whichever format you want it to be. Yeah, you can format it. So like this one now, just come here, right? Click and go to format, right? Format, and I'm on this. Make sure it's on axis. You get me? So there's pane. You could do format, pane format. Pane format means is this part that I'm probably trying to format, but I'm trying to do this one, my axis here. Then on this default part, I can go and say maybe sorry, axis here. Okay, see this number now. See this. How did I what? Automatically it knows that. Okay, this one's no, just no, I didn't generate it. It's just showing me the normal number. See, like I can come here and do a custom currency format. You get me? You see, I can, it's in two decimal places. I can come and reduce it. You see, I've reduced it. See what's happening here? And maybe I don't want, exactly, maybe I want it to have, you see, it has a prefix of pound sign. And I want it, instead of all this number like this, I could come and make it end to what? K, just like here. And just come here and do that display units to K. If I put it at none, it's going to be in this format. But if I put it K, it's going to be like this. You understand? So that's that. You get my point? So and include thousand separators. But there's no need here to include that thousand separators, because see the thousand separators here normal. Those comma now. You get me? See, if I put it, I've included it. If I remove it, you should remove it. You understand? So that's that. But just leave it that way, then put my here to be key. You get my point? So now that's that. You can do that for this axis, you can do this for this as well. But one thing I want you to note is, if you see, this is sales here, and sales is this one. So if sales is in orange, so this is our sales listing. So know that if you check, they don't have the same axis, what does it call it, value. See this one, our profits, we have our profits to up to. The fact that you see that even the profit is still the same line with this one, that doesn't mean that they are the same value. You get my point? They are not having the same value. You understand? So this one is for sales. If you even check, this is for axis for sales. So this is what you use to like know what's happening in sales. You see that for this part, you see in 2019 we had up to 495k, 94k. You see it's close to this 500 there. You get my point? So this one is just for sales, while this axis here is for what? Um, Profit. That is why it's called a dual axis profit, a dual axis chart. So you could have two things together in the same place and still work with them. So there's another chart they call combined chart, combined axis chart, combined axis chart, right? So you 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 do that combined axis chart the same way you did your, what does you call it, your dual axis chart, but the only difference between them is that you don't have one, you only have one axis. So now to do that, all you need to do is come here, right click on this part and go and synchronize axis. Once you click on synchronize axis, you see that, you remember this one, you see now that they're now separated. And remember, our profits only has sales of up to 100,000. See this other chart. See, it's up to 100k. That is why you see that it's just stopping here, 100k. Yeah, hold on. Let me pick this call, please. Hold on. Yeah. Mr. Thomas. Hello, Agami. How far now? Well, I can have you. How's the area? How the weather now? You guys have resumed, Abby. You thank God. Now don't resume, Abby. Oh, wait, do. Okay, so if you're doing placements, you know resume when you now resume next year. Ah, I never knew that you could do placement without finishing your, like finishing your term. I said I never knew you could start placement without finishing your whole academic year. I never knew, to be honest. There is a placement class. Like after my, there's somebody in my class. She's if she goes back now, she's just going to start her thesis. Yeah, Madam Yemi. If Madam Yemi resumes now, her thesis should be good, right? For 3 months or 4 months. Uh, yeah, but you know, if you go back, you join them for first term. That's which term you can join them now. Oh, more. Oh, what is smart, you know? Yeah. So how is it going now? How's the placement going? You don't need gather experience now. You go turn down before you go back. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. How's the family now? That's very good. Finished last month. I did my defense on the 12th last month. Over a month. I tell you, don't finish that one. Just wait for results now. I'll tell you, boss. I'll tell you, boss. Allah. So, not at all, dude. Not at all. Not at all. Just the thing is, you guys just put fire. You get me? I tell you. Okay. So, like I was saying, this is the dual axis. This is the combined axis chart, right? Yeah. So for combined axis charts, like I said, um, you see that this. Remember, I said what is it called it? Our profits, the all in all, has up to 1,000 there. Sorry, 100,000 there. So that's why it sits under this part like this. No. So that it means that we don't need this axis anymore. So we could just go to this part and then uncheck. Oh my goodness. We'll just go and just click on that show header. You saw I clicked here. So just go and click on that show header. Once you just click on that show header, that's part of the basically goes off. So now we are now focused on this. Remember, our profit has a total of all in all is just 95,000. So it can't exceed this part. So now this is a combined axis chart. This is how you do a combined axis chart. You understand? So the difference between like combined axis charts is just that they just have just one axis. Unlike this one that has dual axis, just like the name, dual axis has two axes. This one is for this one is for this. Sales and profit at the same time. And you know how you could just go and change the dual axis chart to a combined chart, but just go and right click on this axis and just do synchronize axis. Once you sync axis, this other one, the profits will have its own axis here. You understand? So that was just what happened here. Yep. So then what next? We could so now we could let's see we want to check sales for each and every category. Yeah. So let's say once to check sales for each and every category. Let's use, let me drop category here. So you see let me drop it here. You see our category here. Remember, like I told you earlier, our category, since it has this button, it means you could drill down to see subcategories. So these are our categories. We have our furniture, our office supplies, our technology, right? So under technology, we have this copiers, accessories, machines, phones. Under offices, we have all this and stuff like that. So probably you want to see the sales, right, for each and every category and get me, and the subcategories, and see which one that has more sales and probably profits as well. So you could just go here, drop your sales there. You see how it is, yeah. You can see that we can see okay, see how this for furniture, we can see that they sold more books like a subcategory. They sold more chairs already, so rather in the furniture category and all things like that, all sorts. But if you see now our map like this, our what is it call it? Our um um our what is it called this thing again, please? Our chart is looking so rough, it's not looking organized, like well presented and stuff like that. You get me? And we could just be mistaking, like maybe I want to check appliances, mistaking it for tables. You get me? I can just go and say, okay, tables instead of appliance. I'm talking about appliances, but I'm mistaking the two of them. So to actually make them unique, like each and every one having a different color, I'll know that if I see this color, I'll know that okay, this is office supplies. If I see this one, I'll know that this is what does it call it? Furniture and stuff like that. I could carry my category and drop it on colors. You get me? So I just took my category and dropped it on color. At least now you can do that. Okay, once I see orange, I know that it's office supplies. Once I see furniture, I know that. Once I see blue, I know that it's furniture. And once I see red, I know that it's technology. You see how now we're applying more details and making things easy and comprehensible to people that will come and view it. You understand? So another thing we probably want to do is to make this thing now in descending order, like each and every bar now here. So make it in descending order. Remember how I was showing you this toolbar? I told you have something like this, right? So if I come and click this, you see how it has arranged everything now in descending order for me. So I can see that this my chair is the highest in this category, in the category of furniture, followed by tables, followed by what do you call it? Followed by bookcases, followed by furniture. You see, so I can see you see how I was able to get this done using my bar charts. So we could name this bar charts now. You get me? Name this bar charts. So this is a bar chart that I used to get this done. You get my point? So see, bar charts you can actually see get what does it call it? Details of um, um like sales now, whatever for what does it call it? The categorical variable. I say categorical variable. Um, for our dimensions, we can actually use it to easily summarize sales or profit of whatever we want to view. You understand? So see what we did now with our bar charts. Then we could want to might want to say, okay, we want to see the sales and profit at the same time for each and every category and stuff like that. So let's still bring our subcategory here. Sorry, put it here. Then drill down. Then go pick our sales. Put it here. Let's do that whole thing that we did earlier. And carry our category. Drop it here. And now our profits. Here's our profits. Can carry our profits. Put it in probably detail or doesn't make sense with size, or you just put your profit on your label. So once you put your profit on your label, you get like this, you start seeing, okay, you know that yes, irrespective that we made C tables. Tables, yes, at least it's actually the second highest sales item, sold item in the furniture category. But in that furniture aspect, it's still the one with the least profit. You understand? It is still the one with the least profit. And in short, in fact, in the whole, what does it call it? Um, in the whole subcategories that they have of items or thereabouts, or categories of items that they have, table is still the one with the least profit. If you check, it's minus £17,000. See this one minus 30, you get me? So with this now, they'll get start asking questions. Why are we having decline in sales or profit? Is it that there's no much maybe awareness, availability of table in the outlets, or what's happening? Why are people not buying tables? You probably want to even drill down to see the location that you have less sales when it comes to profits. Less profit when it comes to table sales. So we get to know the location where they're having that issue. Then they come up with maybe sales promo or whatever to try and make sure that they sell more tables in that location to augment this. You understand? It's not that they don't sell, they sold tables, yeah, compared to even furniture as well and bookcases in the furniture asset, but there is a decline that they are facing. Why is that decline? Probably drill down to see where that is coming from. You understand? So we probably see that when we are talking about our map. You hear me? That's the thing. That's it's showing a negative. That's a decline in profits. There is no profit there. Yes, that's what it's showing. See right now. See, they sold about 208,000 when it comes to sales of chairs, tables, but the profits, instead of them to benefit, they were losing. They're losing in that aspect. You understand? You get me? So okay. Okay, see this one too for supplies as well. For this other office supplies, for supplies they are also having a decline in terms of profits. There's no growth in profit compared to other categories, other subcategories. You get me? Yeah, that's awesome. So that's how it goes. Here, there's actually for technologies, there's profit all through, and the one with the highest profits is actually copiers. Sales of copiers had more profits compared to all other things, even though phones were sold and more phones were sold, right? But copiers had more profits. You get me? and more profiting. Yeah. So that's just that. Let's do another bar chart again, just showing profits. Yeah. Bar chart. Bar chart. Bar chart two. So we can name here sales and by category. Yeah. By category slash categories slash sub categories. You get me? Bold, centralize, apply. Right, so that's that. So okay, then this one there's this part they call segments. Yeah, see what segment has. Okay, so we might want to see. So for this segment here, we might want to see what category as well as subcategory of items are sold in each and every part of this segment. Like we want to know who is it in the corporate service, the consumers or the corporates, or for office use are they buying all these items? You get me, yeah? So is this just for consumption purpose? Are these chairs just bought by maybe they want to put it in their house or whatever, or maybe a corporate organization is buying it or is meant for office purpose. So we want to know where our sales, where is it coming from, where which people are buying our stuffs the most, which people are buying our items the most. Probably want to know which category segment of persons are buying the items the most. So in this sense, you probably want to do it, maybe do a bar graph of it, or you just come here and put it here to see the sales in numbers and figures. So once you just drop it on the pane here, once you drop it here, it's actually the figures you see. But if I take it here as well, sorry, let me see here. Once I put it here, it's here because I have my if I take this one down, I won't be see it again. I'll see the way it is here. You get me? So now if I want to check this, if I want to be seeing this thing in profit format again, maybe I want to see where we had more profits, I could carry my profits and put it in color. So I put my profit in color now. I can let me just then put it this way. What is it called? This way. That's in decreasing in descending order. You hear me? So I can come here and change this color. I don't want it to have this 3 or whatever. I can come here, edit color, and just check for any color I want. And then, what color do you think we use? Hey, yeah, voila, voila. Yeah, that's the purple. Let's see. So I'll just apply purple now. Alright, so just apply. So it's now showing me that anyone that I see that is light is actually probably having decline there. And the darker the color, the more the profits. You understand? So that's just it's like this one. See the profit we have. See this phones and see copiers. But look at tables again. You see what's happening in tables, but see how light table is. Table is light even in customer. They don't buy most tables. We are not profiting from tables in the consumer section, and are profiting from tables as well in the corporate section. So in all segments, we are down on table sales, not sales rather, sales profits. We are down on table profits. You understand? Sales, yes, we are making sales, but profits we are down. You understand? You see how we came about this, right? So you could actually get more details like that and things like that. So this one is actually giving me much manufacturer when I drill down by manufacturer, but I don't need that. You understand? So this is it. Could do this as well. Yeah. So we can name this matcha 3 bar charts 3 and sales and profits by segments. Category slash subcategories subcategories. So enough of these charts. Let's do something else. Centralize bold apply. So enough of this chart. Let's do a pivot table. Let me show you how you can come up with a pivot table. So we just did something like that still here, and let's come up with just this one. Let's do segments. Let me bring in my category here, my subcategory, and then nothing for my feeling. Personal emotion. Let me see. Where's my region? So now see like this consumer, customer, blah blah blah. Let me take our segment and see. Nothing too much. Let's just leave it like this. So let me bring in my sales. I'm going to show you how we can do some calculations like that. How we can do some use this analyze pane. See, all this while I've been in data all this while. So you can actually, you know how you probably want to have total for each and every let's say region. You want to see total sales for each and every region for each category. You understand? Let's see for central region. We want to see how much in total, how much items from the furniture category sold. And for this as well, we want to see how much for in the eastern region, how many furniture category items have been sold. You get me? So we just want to see their totals here. And we'll probably have their grand total here. And let's say for this bookcase, we want to see for the total that we have for this room. You get my point? So we could do that as well. And this is how to go about it. So you just go to your analysis, yeah, and you see total here. Drag that total, just come here. If you want it in subtotal format, just drop it here. So now you're now seeing here we can see that this is the total for our central. See what's saying us. Once I'm here, see what it told me here. It says furniture central. That's furniture category is furniture. The region is central. Subcategory all. That's all the subcategories. 1, 2, 3. That's bookcase to tables, right? Bookcase to tables, and it's giving me the total sales. Sure, you don't see it like that. Are you with me? Hello, Marin. Hello. Hello, are you there? Oh, okay. You get my message, eh? Okay, so this is this is what I'm trying to talk about. Like, see, you are getting totals for east, all south, or west. So that's why you get it too for this other office supplies. For east, note they are not. This is not this plus this at all. This is just for this part. That's why we're having it here for also for east, and this is for east rather. This is for south, and this is for the western part. So that's how you do it. You will probably want to see this in row format, like for each and every region. So we could do that still by going this way. So now we'll have it. So now this is for bookcases for each and every region. You understand? That's bookcases for each and every region. Then we could do for grand total. So for all of them, all in the central parts, this is all the sales that they did for office supplies, for furniture, office supplies, technology. This is all the sales that they got. And this is all the sales for this. And this is all the sales for this south region as well. All the sales for west region. Then in general, all in all, this is the total sales that they got for all the products. All is 2.3 million. That's the total sales that they have. So you understand me, right? So you can actually come up with, if you do show me here, you can actually come up with a, what does it call it, a highlight map through this part. Just go click on highlight map. It will give you everything. You see it in detail. So with this, you're now saying that, see, you get to know in detail that, okay, this is the part with the highest sales, furniture, and it was actually chairs in terms of furniture. See, the lighter the color, the less sales that they have there. See now, see for 5,000. We're talking about 100K here. You get me? You get me? You get the points now. So that's what's up. So that's what's up. So that's how. So let me just take it back. I don't need. That's tree map, highlight map rather. So you see that's that. So you could actually do another form of probably calculation here. Maybe you want to calculate the percentage or thereabouts. You get my point? So what you do in this part, yeah, just come to this total sales, click here and go to quick tabulation, quick table calculation, yeah. And you probably want to go and see the percentage totals. So you see now, everything now is now in percentage. You can see that, okay, for this whole thing now, for this whole row, you see we're having it in 100%, yeah. And you see that the one with the highest percentage of sales in terms of bookcases is this. Is in the eastern region. We actually observe this in the eastern region when it comes to bookcases sales. You get my point? Bookcases sales, we got it in the eastern region. For chairs, we actually got it in the west. Yeah, yes, we got it. So in the west, that's where we got this one. Do you get my point? Then for what do you call it? For furniture, you could see that we got it. We have the highest sales in the west as well. Then for tables, the highest sales was observed in the west as well. So that's how this is. So you could see that all in all, let's say for the grand whole percentage now, the region with the highest sales for all of the subcategories and all the categories was actually the western region. The one that comes second was the east, then the central, where we have least sales of all these items in the south, which is just 16.84%. You get the point, right? So that's how cool this stuff is. So you could actually do this again. Let me see. Let me clear calculation. You go and see quick running total. Oh, sorry, that's something else different. Let me do nothing. So nope. This one is just this one is percentage difference. This one is rubbish. Let me see. Let's leave it that way. So let's see what next. What can we do? Let me just call this pivot table. Okay. What next? What next? What next? Okay. So let's do our maps here. So there's what they call. There are two types of maps that we have in Tableau. There's what they call um symbol map, symbol, symbol map, and there's field map. All right. So a symbol map. This is what a symbol map looks like. We have our location here. So I'm just gonna carry my location and just drop it here. And this will come up in my what they call this thing again. My latitude and my longitude. Yeah. So the next thing I'll do, probably I'll just take my sales and drop it in color. So I drop my sales in color, right? See my sales in color. So if I want a symbol map, I'll come here, carry my subcategories. Where's my subcategories? Let's just assume I didn't even press this part. They show me. I just want to show you something. There's my subcategories. Carry my subcategories, come here and put them in details. So that, no. Put my subcategories. Nothing here, no for my field. Or rather, I'm just put my one feed this thing. Okay. I've lost my map. I've lost my US. Where's my US? Listen. Okay, let me do it again. Hold on. Location. Put my sales there. So once I have my what's it call it? You can see that I press this other part. This is symbol maps. You see, just look down here for symbol maps try. You get me, bro? So all I need to do is just to pick my any other dimension that I have here. Something like this. I needed to bring out like symbols for each and every what does it call it, for each and every location to show me. Something like this. Oh, I don't know what's happening here. Sorry. How you doing? Okay. You see this way this thing is like this. This is how a field map is, yeah? Okay, yeah. That's how a field map is. Let me carry my profit. I'm coming. See, it's not responding. I don't know why. This is not what I want, Chama. I'll try it again. The one with symbols, you just see that it's just symbols you'll be seeing around for each and every location. You understand? Yeah, that's how symbols of symbol map works. Okay. Okay. So now you see for this, this is what a field map looks like. This one is giving us everything in this format, but let me bring in profits and put it in size. Let's see exactly. This is it. So I'm actually supposed to drill down the country to different particular. So this is a symbol map. I was actually supposed to drill down the country to give me to a state-wise format. So it was actually like this earlier. It was just like this. You understand? You get my point now. It was like this earlier. But if I had drilled down, I would have seen everything I wanted. You get? But I don't need this. I don't need the city, so I need just it. So and why is this thing like okay good? So and I would like to change the color format. I like it this way. I'll change it to let's leave it this way. Arrange blue divergence and use full colors. Apply this format. You see that anywhere you see very dark, it shouldn't be like this. Let's just leave it at one color. Sorry. Just something like this, green. Apply. So you see that anywhere you see that is high, that is deep in color, it means we have more profit there. You get see like somewhere in California had the highest profit. See, followed by New York. Yeah, then this one, even though it's still light in this thing, and the shade is still light. But this is what a simple maps look like. You understand? This is what a simple map looks like. So a field map. This is what a field map looks like. Sales here. Profit here. So once you just do. So this is what a field map looks like. Field map is just this. Let me change the color to something like this. Okay, this color is a module. So yeah, oh. So this one, once you just click on this label, so it pops up all listings for you. Like this is what you see. It's actually giving you the sales. You understand? Sales by each region, per each per state. These colors are too sharp. That's my problem. Let's just use green. Green looks better. This one looks better. So you see, this is what a field map looks like. Field map is not. It doesn't have anything like, and you can actually change the what do you call it? You can actually change the background by just going to map. You can change the map background. So maybe dark. See, you can make it dark, and you can make the borders to be. You can make the border to be showing to like coastlines. Coastlines. I don't know. See, just look at this part. Look at this part. You see where my cursor is? I see where my cursor is. Just put your eyes there. Put your eyes there. You see the difference? Are you seeing any difference? Sorry. You're supposed to see. It's becoming brighter, like a bit. Let me zoom in so you see what I'm talking about. See, if I click out, you see what's happening now? The coastline is obvious if I click on this. You're seeing it, yeah? So that's just what this one is all about. See, land cover, so land cover, the whatever streets, whatever lights, country border, essentially just come and see the terrain. So Sha is just cool. You can just want to do whatever you want to do with it. Understand? So I just change the style to outdoor satellite satellite view of the whole map. Yeah, my points now. So just do it like that with your sales. You hear me? So this is white lights, no more. You get to that's society. This is your what? Your your this map. What do you call it again? Field map. This is field map. This is the field map. What next again? What next? What else? What else? Okay. Well, actually, how do you do this hierarchy? So this hierarchy, I could just come here. Remove hierarchy. Remove hierarchy. Remove from hierarchy. Remove hierarchy. Remove hierarchy. So one thing is here, you know that in the country or thereabouts, you know that in the country we have regions, yeah. And under regions we have states, and under each and every state has a city, and each and every um, what is it called? City has a postal code. You understand? So there are ways you just get your data scattered where all these things they are not arranged, and maybe you want to organize them. So you want to organize each and everything. You want to organize them together. And you probably know the order at which they are arranged or they should be arranged. You understand? So that's what will bring about you creating hierarchy for that such type of categories. You understand? Since you know that if we have a country, of course, we have from a country we could actually get a region. From a region we get a state. From states we get city. From city we get our postal codes or thereabout, and all these attributes we have them here. So how do you go about creating such hierarchy? All you need to do is first of all go to where you find your region. See your region here. Carry your region and just come and drop it on top of your country. So once you drop it, it should come up with this create hierarchy. All you need to do is just type the name of the hierarchy location. You understand? Then press enter. Boom. It will create a hierarchy location. So what's the next thing that we probably have? Have a state, right? So after our region, yeah. So you just go look for states, carry states, go up to that. Let's see this thing. Where is my states? See my states here. Just go up under region. Drop it like do it like this. Once you see this black line under it, you're seeing the black line here. Just release it. It's going to drop under region. Then you go after states. Of course, we have our cities here. Then you go carry it. See that black line still. Drop it. And beneath it, so of course, we have our postal code. Then you go still do like that and drop it. You understand? So that is what they refer to as a hierarchy. You get me? So and you see another thing like this. See, this is actually called a group. This symbol here is actually a group. You understand? So one group contains this. Let's say you want just uh, probably let's open this so you see what I'm talking about. Let's open this. Let me see if I can open group. Let me see create by group. So this manufacturer, of course, is as I showing me that is actually a group that is here. So for this manufacturer, these are different products that those guys manufacture. These are different these are different these are different manufacturers. Wire bonds. I'm confused. What's this? Tipo, Texon, Tensor. Okay, these are manufacturers, yes. Yeah, manufacturers. They are names of manufacturers, 3D systems. So, so if we want to create a group, let's just do this, keep this away. This is already a group that has been formed. Let's say I come here now under my subcategory and I want to create a group. All I'll just do is just right click, go there, create, and go to groups. So now let's say I want to create a group. All I need to do is just highlight what I want to use in my group. You understand? Then I'll go ahead and group them. Just click on group and you see this happen. If I go and click on apply and okay, you see this is my subcategory, but this is the new group that I have. That's why I see the group inside. You understand me? So if I want to add something to the group, all I need to do is still go to that same group. You get me? I'll just go to that same group. This is this here. This is this is the group that I created, right? So I'm coming. So wait. Okay, sorry. I'll just go to edit group. You get me? If I go to that edit group, I'll see all I'm supposed to see all other things. Why am I not seeing other things? I'm supposed to see all other things. That's content. But these are not all what I had in that place. Okay, see the rest of them here. You understand? See the rest of them here. So these are the rest of them. This is actually the group. And one thing you're supposed to notice is the group comes with a name that has all the things, the items that are inside. If I want to rename it, I can rename it by just right clicking and then go and rename it. You understand? You get me, cool? So everything that is there now is still under there. If I click on apply, I'll just have it as marine. So it's marine here. Click on apply. Okay, I'll go see it somewhere on top under my category. Can you help me look for it? I'll find it. Okay, see it's here. I'm not supposed to see more and more. It's just that group. You know, it's just the name of that. The things that I have there that I just edited. Just the name of those other things that I have here, but still, I'm still having my name as subcategory. Except if I want to come here and rename this, then I will rename it and give it any name that I feel like giving it. You understand? I hope you get my point. So the essence of the doing group is to just have, let's say, you just like I said earlier for this hierarchy, you probably see that okay, this one and this one you need to have them in that hierarchy. You probably see that these items they are more or less correlated or something like that. You form a whole. You can actually group things like that way. You get me, cool? Or stuff like that. So that's the essence of grouping and actually creating category. There are different ways to do them. You've seen the way you can do a group, and you've seen the way you can do a category of an item. right? So that's that. And then next, I just deleted the other one out of that category I did. So this one is just a list of manufacturer. So I think so let's do a highlight map and the heat map. So you see, let's do a highlight map and a heat map. Let's take regions, and then let's take maybe subcategories, and then let's put their sales, and let's put their profits to color. So you see, I'll just come here. You can see it's showing me what I can do. So this is a heat map, right? So if I click on heat map, it is now giving me. Let me bring my subcategory. Why is it like this? So I want to see. Can actually expand it. You get me? So this is my heat map. I like to change this color. I don't like this color. And if you want to make it like conspicuous, where you be seeing them separately, like each and everything here, you can actually come here and to your color pane and go and click on, see this border here. If I make the border black, you see I'm not seeing them very well. How do you feel I'm now compared to before that there's no border? You see the border now is not making it conspicuous. I can see them like well now, stuff like that. You see how cool it is, and we know that the darker the, as in when it's actually brown, it means we're having less sales. You get me? So it means we're having less sales. See, like this one, it's just 4K. It's just 4,000. See the sales. But see, the darker the blue, the more the sales. See 90 something thousand. See this one. See this one, 100K. See this one. You see the lighter the blue though, still just middle here. So you see how it is. But let's put sales in details, then put profit in color. I think it will make sense that way. So you can see. So there's something that you need to put in mind for heat map here. For heat map, you can actually use size to like play with size when it comes to heat map. You get me, yeah? But for highlight table, you can't play with size in highlight table. Size has no impact in it. You get my point? You get my point? See, like this one now, I can go increase the size. The bigger the box, the more the sales, as well as then the depend on the color, the more the profits. You understand? If the color is dark, see like here, you have 16K compared to this other color. Where is it? How can I see? Okay, see this color now. So I've been running negative. See this one? Tables. Remember, tables is running on negative and it's on the eastern region. This is how you even get to know, okay, which region self they even mess up for the table matter. So this is when you know that we need to go to the eastern, all our outlets in the eastern region, and get insight as to why we're having sales. Reach out to them to why are we having sales decline in profits for table. You understand? You get my point, eh? Hello? Right. Can't hear you. Oh, you here? Can't hear you. Have you the chop? Have you the chop? No one tell me say the chop. It's not allowed. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Nice one, nice one. Well done, well done. Yep. So that is it. So that's just how this highlight map, sorry, heat map works. So this is heat map. So let's do heat map here. Heat map, right? Mm, then let's talk about highlight map here. Mhm. Highlights. So highlight map. Highlight map. Let's do the same thing that we did earlier. Let's see. Think these segments again. Sorry, what is it called this thing? Or subcategories again. Then let's take our sales and just put it. Or let's just view our profit only. Based on our different categories that we have. So you can see now. Now let's observe this thing before we go further. Let's just observe this thing. See how this stuff is going. Sorry, I need to have my. Look at this thing. See, just because I have my subcategory first here, right? That was why you're seeing. Just because I have my subcategory as the first thing in the row part. That's why you're seeing it here front in the front. And the category is on this side. But ideally this side is supposed to be just do it this way. It's better this way. So you can see it like this now. You get me? So we can actually get to see from this our bar graph now, okay? See what's happening. See tables we're actually having a negative profit of that 17,000. Remember now, see that table is actually the bad item that's having bad sales, bad profits rather. This is then bookcase is the second one, then supplies is actually the third one. So now let's see if we can do. This is our what is it called that we generated. It's a highlight map now. I don't need this. So I can actually do it from ascending order. You get me? So this is a highlights map. If you check now, our size is not active. See, I just told you earlier. You can't work with size when you're on a highlight map. I'm clicking, but it's not active. You understand? So this is how our highlight map works. So I can actually come and let's say I want to see it in per region now. Let me just bring up my region up here. Oh, where's my region? Oh, let's see it by region. Or rather, let me put my region here. You see, everything is now in one place. You get me? So let me still do it. Still in descending order. You can see that this one is actually the largest in terms of sales, right? Sorry, profits rather. You see, we are working in profit and not sales here. So chairs was actually sold the most in this part in the central region. Yeah. So that's how it goes. And for technology, copiers were sold the most in central region. This is for each and every region that you want. So let's go and the color here, just add border. Let's add border to it so that at least we can separate them. I think this is a better border color compared to black. You understand? So you see how it works here? So that's how cool it is. I take away my region. I'll just leave it like this. Just see if I just the subcategory and the categories is still in ascending order. I can make it descending order and do like this. Remember this thing I was talking about the other time? Remember this thing I was talking about that I used to swap to flip something now? So I swap rows and columns. Not necessary here. So this is our highlight map. So that's how our highlight map works. You understand? Yep. So that's that. Then let's just do dashboard and see. So once you just click on this part, this is your dashboard. Right? So for dashboard, so this is how it appears. You see each and every sheet that you have. Each and every sheet that you have, you see it here. And all you need to just do is to just drag. Let's say we want this bar charts. Let me use the bar chart one. I want this bar chart here, right? And if you want to add another one, let's see, this is our map, this is our field map, and just carry it and see where you see that it's going to highlight a rectangle for you. Drop it, then take this one out. Then let's say we want to see our line graph. That's probably showing that's our dual axis. So here's the dual axis chart. You can just come and drop it here. You understand? Yeah, so maybe we want a line graph. Let's drag it and drop it on this part. So you understand me? So that's what they call action that you want. You want to see just way within the Excel where if I click on something, I want to see it active like happening in other parts. You understand? So I really don't need this. I can take them away. Just click in here. This one, just click out. This one, click out. So to actually do that, what I need to do is just to go to my dashboard here and then click on actions. Or I can just do Control Shift D. You get me? So now this dialog box will pop up and to add me to add action. So now there are different type of actions that are there. It's either I want to filter or to highlight or to go to URL or go to a sheet or change parameter or change sheet value. So but the major ones that are mostly used, you see, is just this highlight, filter or go to URL. You understand? So now let's just start with this highlight filter. I click on filter. It will go and show me the source sheets, then target sheets. So I could allow all of them to be target sheets. Yeah, sorry, as my source sheets, right? And of course, I need to have all of them as my target sheets. So if let's say I want only bar charts to be my target, like source sheet, where if I go, that's the only place I'll click on, and the other things will have effect on it. So and the type of action I'll probably want to do, there are different types here. I have 3 of them. You get me, go? But you need to single, as in like select one out of the 3. You get me? So it's either I want it to where let's say on hover, where if I just come and hover over a map, if I just hover over it, something is going to effect, the effect is going to be felt in other places. Let's start with hover first. Let's do a hover. Then if I click OK, I'll come here, leave it at this, just click OK still. If I come hover over this, you see as I just hovered, but I didn't click O, I just hovered, see what happens to the map. I hovered. If I hover, you see what's happening. I hover, you see what's happening here. So let me just do like this. I hover here, see what's happening. I come over here, see what's happening. I hover here, see what's happening. That's how it works. See if everyone is responding to my hovering. You get my point? Yeah. So that's just that. So on the, let's see, you've seen how hover works here. So I can go back and do another one. I can delete this one, remove, then select another action. Let's just click on, no, that's filter. Let's select highlights. It's something like that, exactly. Exactly. That's what slice that does. That's what slice that does in Excel. Yeah. Code one key for you. So that's what slicer does too. Excuse me. Okay, on the what's next? Okay, so I said we want to select highlights here, and click select highlights. So highlight now. So let's use this. What does it call it? Let's do that. And whenever we select, something is going to happen. Do you get me? So let's go click on OK. Click on OK too. So whenever I select, so that part that I selected now is that one that is going to be highlighted. That's what it's just showing you. So anything you click on, that's just all it will be highlighted. It's quite not interesting, to be honest. You get my point? So anything you click on is just what is going to highlight, and that is all it does. Nothing more. So it's actually a dumb something to me. I don't see the need. Mostly the one that is making sense is actually that either the go to URL or that filter. That's the one that makes a lot of sense to me. You get my point? So let's do the go to URL now so you see how it works. That go to URL, all it does is you probably create a link, a hyperlink um, where where it will take you to a new what is it called? A URL that you assigned. You understand? So I'm naming my hyperlink now. So you click here. So anytime you go and select something or whoever something, you see that click here will be beneath it. You understand? So that's when you now, so this is where you enter a URL. So let's just direct it to google.com. You understand? So anytime I just click there, it just takes us to google.com. You get me? So I'll just click OK. Click here. Remember that's what I named it as. I'll just click. So if I come click here, once you just click there, it just take you to google.com. That's what that URL does. You understand? That's what it does, basically. Anything you do, whether you right click or left click, you could just carry you go where you don't know. So that's what that does. So basically, the best thing for you to just shall leave your whatever on your what do you call it on is just leave it on that filter. And it helps you filter whatever you want to do. So you just select or you hover over. But that select makes a lot of sense. You can come here, delete this one, keep this up. So once you just select, it starts giving you all the things you want. You get my point? So that's it. So aside that now, what you need to, there are actually things you probably want to do once you create your dashboard. You want it to be compatible um, to each and every system. You get me? So you want it to be compatible with your phone. Let's say the the want to view it via phone should be compatible with the phone, or you want it to on a desktop as well as on a tablet. So those things you could just come and go on this device, right? And then you select, you just go click on device, click on device, click on device, this will come up. Then you go select, see desktop. You see different types of desktop here. Generic desktop is the iPad, is it medium, large, iPad Pro, is it medium, large desktop? Yeah, medium desktop or large desktop. So you choose the one. Just leave it in generic desktop and you go add. That's you've added it. So for phone, this is how you view it. In phone, this is how it's going to appear in the phone. Get me? Um, I don't know. So this is how you see it in the phone. This is how you see it in the phone. So it's going to be in the phone. So the person wants to just scroll down and stuff like that. So if you want to edit, just unlock. If you want to do anything, just come here, fit width or default or whatever. But mostly just leave it at fit width. It's the best for phones. And you could increase the pixel, the height pixel and everything like that. You understand? Once you are done with whatever you're doing, you just lock it. So nobody can access it again. You get me? Then the next one is for tablets. So this is how it's going to be seen in tablets. There's a half tablet on to view whatever you have. Go view it through here. You just add for tablets. You understand? But it's actually see that tablets on so there are different types of tablets you probably see. Even the phones too, right? Let's go to phones. Let's go to phones and click on edit. So you see there are different phones you see iPhone, iPhone XR, iPhone X, iPhone 7 Plus, Samsung, Google Pixel phone, Nexus, and all those things. You probably select them that you want, but mostly it's only one for generic so that all phones go just be compatible down. You get? Yeah, that's what's up. So I think basically that's it. And so that's what they call story. Yeah, this story. That's what they call story. So a story more or less like a PP point. See this last one here. This one that has book, right? Let's just click on story. Story is more or less like a PowerPoint kind of stuff, like you get to highlight things. If you want to do a presentation, you can actually do it using a story. Understand? But a story, the thing is, you can actually drag, unlike a dashboard that we drag more than one sheet to a story. You can actually drag only one thing. You get my point? There's only one thing that you can drag in a story. See, like these are fields. Let's say is our symbol map. Let's drag a symbol map here. Then here you can come and add this caption. Symbol map sales and sales, yeah, and profits in the US, right? So see, that's what you can just do. Then I think you can how do you add this up again? You do story one, two. It's to do like this. I'll come in. Delete. How do I delete? Okay, good. Add again studio. So what did I do? You've seen it though, yeah? You've seen how you could, but you can't add another story here. You only add once simultaneously. And anyone you do, you see, since we highlighted here, see that stick. Now I've already used this one, I can't use it here. You get my point? Okay, this is how I do a blank story. I'll just click here to get another blank one. You get me? I'll just click here. Then now I can carry my field map. Of course, it does the same thing. You get me? Then I can do another blank one. Then take my bar charts. You get? So I can be scrolling to them like this. You get my point? This one is more or less I'm doing presentation, and this ones are just captions that I can be reading and probably let me know that okay, this is this. But you can rename the name of the story. Do you understand? You can put this symbol map, you get the point. Yeah, that's cool. So a lot of things you can do. Yeah, you can put map showing sales in the US. Alright, that's that. This is about so that's showing sales and profits by some category, right? US. So that's just how cool it is. Just go it's a simple and stuff like that. So that's just that. You get the point. So basically that's it. So, if there's anything I remember again, that's how I was. I remember I forgot to like discuss, yeah. Okay. See like see this thing like told you I was that flipping seeds. Okay, just if you flip, it means you see what happened now. See it was like my sales is here, yeah. My sales is here, my month and blah blah. So if I flip, my month is going to be here, my year, then other things to be here. So my sales is here. So that's just the essence of this one. You understand? So basically, just try to just go through this video once I upload it and just do one or two things. Just try to see if you can do them again. Get yourself. That's cool. So can I let me stop the recording there? Okay, nice one.